What is up, my friends? I hope that you've all had a wonderful weekend. You're very welcome along to tonight's show. We are going to be talking about Alexis Mac Allister, a little bit of information on the fee and what number he's going to wear at Liverpool Football Club should he arrive. A bit on Manuel Ugarte, spoiler alert, it ain't great. There's a little bit of Mason Mount, and of course we can't finish up without a little update on Jude Bellingham, albeit I'm not asking you to take my word this time for the story. We'll be giving you a professional's opinion on it. Now, as we know, all roads tomorrow lead to the King Power, where Liverpool take on Leicester City, a relegation threatened Leicester City. So strap yourselves in. It's going to be a tense affair. We need to win. They need to win for different reasons. Obviously, we need to keep alive our slim but still there hopes of a top four place. Obviously, we've seen today that Everton were beaten, so Leicester will want to put points on the board as well to try and pull themselves out of the relegation zone. I'm expecting goals in it, but we're not here to talk about that game. If you'd like to join us, you know what to do. 7 p.m. tomorrow on our Twitch channel. The link is in the description. So look, let's get stuck into it and start off with some news around Alexis Mac Allister. We'll start off with the good news first. And there's only good news really on Alexis, but there's a little bit of bad news later on in the video. So, Liverpool are planning to give Alexis Mac Allister the number 10 shirt, the same shirt that he wears currently at Brighton. Now, that shouldn't probably be too big of a surprise. The 10 is vacant at Liverpool, and if we do bring Mac Allister in, then it seems only fitting that if he wants the 10 shirt, give the man the 10 shirt. Now, Alexis Mac Allister's situation is evolving, obviously, as we go along week by week. Fabrizio Romano has been speaking about it as well, and he said Liverpool are in advanced negotiations for Alexis Mac Allister. Chelsea also remain in the hunt for the player's signature, but it does seem like we are certainly in pole position at this moment in time. Daily Mirror also reporting that the fee is believed to be £70 million for Alexis Mac Allister. For me, I think it's a little bit on the high side, but not enough that it makes it disgusting. I would have thought about 60 million, but it is 70 million that the number seems to be. At least that's what's being reported in the Mirror. And look, I get the feeling that this is the closest to a done deal at this point of all the transfers we've been linked with. So let's wait and see how it progresses. Liverpool will want to get it done early doors. Lots of stuff coming out of all different parts of the world about this. Normally we get the European journalists or the South American journalists versus the English journalists, but even the English journalists are very open about the fact that we are pursuing him. He was brilliant today again as Brighton beat Arsenal by 3-0 to end their Premier League title dreams. So let me know what you think. 70 million, Alexis Mac Allister? Yes or no? It's yes, right? It is yes, right? Good. We move. So yeah, 70 million for him. A little bit of bad news now, and it is one of these good news, bad news type videos. So we all want Manuel Ugarte, or at least most of us want Manuel Ugarte, and there seems to be a bit of a mixed bag on this one. Certainly the journalists from South America and Europe are saying that Liverpool's interest is concrete, Liverpool's interest is real, but then you've got Neil Jones and a couple of others who say that Manuel Ugarte is not a target for Liverpool this summer. Now, I can understand this if he isn't a target. I do understand that maybe Liverpool have other options. For instance, Southampton have been relegated, so maybe Jurgen Klopp's looking at Lavia as somebody who he thinks is a better fit. I don't know. I'm not in Jurgen Klopp's head. I would like Manuel Ugarte, but there is another potential problem. And again, I want to give credit where it's due here. So our friends at LFC Transfer Room, always great for reporting stuff like this. Do please check them out on Twitter as well as Anfield Agenda. Don't forget to give us a follow. They have said that CM Journal in Sporting or in Portugal is saying Sporting has prohibited any talks between other clubs and Manuel Ugarte following the comments of his agent about the player leaving and having talks with Liverpool. Ringing any alarm bells for you? You know, visions of Jurgen Klopp in Blackpool with Virgil van Dijk getting caught in the roller coaster. It said they've even told Liverpool they could face UEFA sanctions for tapping him up mid-season. This kind of annoys me, to be honest. Like, clubs are perfectly within their rights to say that you know, tapping up happens and to report it. But we're not idiots, you know. Let's be grown-ups here. Tapping up happens all the time. Agents are constantly looking to move their players on, particularly agents like George Mendes and the Gestifude agency, who of course have a history of bringing their players from one division, then getting them the big money move to English football. So I'd be a little bit disappointed if Sporting Lisbon did feel the need to go as far as supporting Liverpool to UEFA, but that is where we currently are. So it doesn't look like there's good relations there. So I don't know what to say. Liverpool, if they wanted to at the end of the season, could just put in the €60 million release clause, buy his contract out and bring him if they so wanted. But if you're taking Neil Jones' word, Liverpool aren't interested in Manuel Ugarte this summer. So watch this space and we'll see what happens. A little bit more now on Mason Mount, and Fabrizio Romano's been saying that Liverpool are still pushing for Mason Mount. The talks over his new deal at Chelsea aren't advancing. Mason Mount's future is still uncertain at the moment, and he could join Liverpool. That's again coming from Nizar Kinsella. So lots of different takes really, but I can't move away from the fact that I'm not overly excited by the idea of Mason Mount coming to Liverpool. Could it work on the right hand side of our midfield? Yeah, it could. But it depends on the number for me. You know, with Mac Allister, the difference between 60 and 70, okay, it's not great, but it's not a number that's going to make me like fall off my chair in shock. But if we pay 70 million quid or anything even resembling that number for Mason Mount with 1 year left on his Chelsea deal, I think it is the height of stupidity. I'm comfortable around 40, 45 million for Mason Mount. Now, for me, there are better options. Barella, one of them. I'd even prefer probably to take a punt on some other midfielders from around Europe, but Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp seemingly have an interest in Mason Mount, and I can only assume that Jurgen Klopp has a perfect area just carved out in his Liverpool midfield for Mason Mount moving forward. Look, he would give us another option. He would give us that attacking impetus from midfield, and him and Alexis Mac Allister will certainly work very hard and cover a lot of ground, and I think they will buy into our system. But I'm okay if it's Alexis Mac Allister, let's say Mason Mount, but then we need to go big for the six for me. We need to go out there and get the absolute best number six that we can to come in and do a job. Now, will that be Arlian Tchouameni? I don't believe so. I think those rumours have been rubbish in Spain, and I don't believe they have any interest in selling him, albeit Liverpool have apparently inquired whether they would. I think they've been met with a firm, no, he isn't for sale. Now, the last part of the video, I did tell you I'd be speaking a little bit about Jude Bellingham. And I don't mean to bring this up for any other reason other than, again, I just want to show you that everything I've said all along has been true and that I haven't just been winding people up and coming on here for clicks. So, Mr. PJ Berger has said Jude Bellingham was very interested in joining Liverpool, but it was too expensive for Liverpool to sign him. So again, like I said all along, the player wanted Liverpool. Klopp wanted the player. He was holding out to see if Liverpool could get a deal struck with Borussia Dortmund. It doesn't look like we're going to, as Liverpool have walked away from the deal publicly. Whether there's still conversations behind the scenes, I don't know. But Real Madrid are waiting in the wings. Borussia Dortmund want €150 million for the player. Will they move or budge on that? I don't know. They've been speaking about being a very ambitious club and that they'd like to keep him and build a team around Jude Bellingham. So it is one to keep an eye on. But again, just like I've tried to say and be honest with you guys all along, everything that I've said has been true. I've backed it up now with comments from other journalists, or say other journalists. I certainly am not a journalist, but with actual journalists and information. I just get very frustrated by it because he could have been a Liverpool player had the club wanted to spend the money. Now look, I do understand if 380 grand a week is the wage that he was looking for, that's a lot of money, but I can't help but feel he wouldn't have asked for that to come to Liverpool. Maybe I'm naive on this. It's over to you guys now. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Do drop a like on the video, and don't forget, tomorrow night, 7 p.m, Anfield is on the Twitch channel for the watch along, and we'll be right back here for our match reaction and player ratings video. Talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.